Welcome to Own Your Value Emotional Health video number 4. So, today is going to be a spicy one. It's going to be really fun. I want to encourage you to just get out of your normal mindset of what you would think about your emotional health. So, when we're talking about emotional health in this program, in this course, we're talking about taking time to put energy into feeling your emotions, expressing your emotions, becoming more aware of what it is that you're feeling, becoming more aware of how you are relating to your own emotions. And so this is going to be different for everybody. Everyone's going to have their own journey with this. And so we've kind of been going through like layers of like how much you feel connected with your emotions. In our first video, we were just talking about like really just the practice of naming our emotions and even like writing down like what we are experiencing. And then the moving on from that, we were talking about, how to really feel those emotions more deeply and how to really like reclaim our power from those emotions. And yesterday we were talking about how to like express the emotions more. And so what we're going to be talking about today is kind of unconventional. It's a little bit racy, like I said, a little bit spicy. And it is a way for you to express your emotions and integrate your emotions. Sorry, there's some noise on the street out here. And I'm gonna talk kind of quiet because like there's neighbors close by. I don't want them to, even though I'm on a bed, I'm trying to be all sensual. I don't want to scare them with what I'm gonna share because it's a little bit, like I said, a little bit spicy. So we are physical beings and our emotions are connected with our body. And our body is when we can feel our emotions in our body. And that's why in our first video, we were talking about like locating the emotions in a part of our body. It can be very beneficial. And what I'm inviting you to do for this practice, and this is actually one of the practices that I'm going to be implementing, probably not every day, but maybe once a week as one of my emotional health practices. And this is actually self pleasure connecting to emotion. So oftentimes we are feeling like self pleasure is just something that's for our body. And recently I've been practicing more and more self pleasure in and as an expression of what I'm feeling. And even feelings like, crying or angry or really intense emotions, bringing those into your self pleasure practice and allowing yourself to feel them in your body and allowing yourself to voice. And so, if you're doing a self pleasure practice and you're being very quiet during this practice, I invite you to practice voicing. And I know it can be like hard because, we are worried that people will hear us. I'll just say that. So sometimes it's like you need to like make sure the door and the window are closed, like make sure nobody is home, like even maybe when you're taking a shower or something like that. So there's like some noise to quiet it. But the more that you can create a space where you could actually like scream or be quite loud, it's just like we were talking about yesterday, it can be very powerful. So yesterday was more sort of the maybe the angrier emotions or the more really like aggressive emotions have an opportunity to come out with swamping. With this, it might be the more vulnerable emotions, like you just really being like super raw and vulnerable with yourself, and it might feel like heartbreak, or it might feel like just being really like insecure or uncertain, and just allowing those emotions to come out in your body, allowing those emotions to come out through your voice. And for me, I have found that doing this during a self-pleasuring practice is the most powerful way, and it gives me the greatest emotional release. So that's really the intention with like what we were talking about yesterday with the swamping, and then with this practice, it's like emotional self-pleasure practice to feel more connected with your emotions. it's more about expression. It's more about it's more about an expression that leads to a release. So allowing yourself to like get it out of your body. So you're no longer like carrying that backpack of like heavy emotions around with you, like not feeling like you're able to express them, not feeling like you're able to get them out. Um, and this is an opportunity for you to create a sacred space. So, like, set a timer. If you can do it for like longer than 5 minutes, that would be ideal. You know, like give yourself a little bit more space around it. Like, I used to do like an hour long practice. Recently, it's been more like 20 or 30 minutes. But to really have time to just be with yourself, just feel sensations and feel emotions and allow yourself to really express those emotions. And this is just with you. This is creating intimacy with you. And this is intimacy that no one can ever take away from you. This is intimacy that isn't connected to like a partner or a certain relationship. It's yours to keep forever, and it's your it's I think one of the having a very intentional self pleasure practice. I think as a woman, at least, I mean, I've never been a man in this lifetime, so I don't know what it's like, but as a woman, can be one of the most powerful ways to pour energy and love back into yourself. Queen, good to see you live. So yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys if you're watching live or watching the replay. Let me know if you've ever done something like this, if you've ever experienced an emotional release during a self pleasuring practice, and what that looked like and what that felt like. And I know for me, like recently, I was crying a lot, and I just released so much. Like I had been crying like for a couple of days, like the tears just kept coming. And then after I did the self pleasure practice, and I was allowing myself just to wail and cry, really like shake and really cry. It was like I didn't feel like I needed to keep crying. Like I felt like I got it all out, and I felt so much better, and I felt like I had really released like what needed to be addressed at that time. So, yeah, allowing this to be a release and allowing this to be an opportunity for you to create the sacred container to just pour energy and attention and love back into you. Like, this is you giving love to yourself. You don't need another person to show you that you're beautiful, that you're valuable, that you're sexy, all these things. You don't need somebody else to, not that you don't get to experience this, but just letting go of somebody else having to show up and be there to like see and hear you and be empathize about your emotions or whatever, and allow yourself to give that to you, this opportunity to really like be 100% raw and vulnerable with yourself. I believe a lot of my life I've been sort of telling myself that I'm fine and telling myself that I'm okay and telling myself that I feel great when I actually don't. Like it's been really hard for me to be vulnerable and honest with myself first and foremost. So it's like I can't even go there with other people because I wasn't doing it for myself. And so I have found that this practice can be really, really powerful to allow you to start having that level of super deep intimacy and emotional rawness with yourself. And it leads to so much self-love, so much like value towards yourself, so much amazingness. So let me know in the comments. Wow, it's amazing. This message is for you. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating. Felicia said, yes, it is. If you are not part of Own Your Value yet and you want to be part of Own Your Value, go to kateinparadise.com/value. And there's a link there. You can get enrolled. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And I look forward to connecting with all of you that are in the course. We're going to be having a little meeting this Monday. So go in the group, check your email. I'm excited to connect with all of you on Monday, and then we have our first official Zoom call on Friday. So if you want to join us, kateinparadise.com/value. If you're already here, I'm so grateful that you're here. I love you. I'm excited to hear about those of you that want to commit to a self-pleasure practice as one of your habits to increase your value. I see you shining, and I will talk to you tomorrow.